Will says, if you had excess budget for an SEO client that had to be spent by the end of the year, what are some tactics that you could execute that would have lasting value? Probably build supporting assets for the brand, like auxiliary blogs that would support the products or services that the company sells, that could be monetized in and of themselves. So like, in other words, creating maybe blogs on that are on specifically about the topic that the company provides, or again, tangent topics, right? So supporting topics, things that are related to the products and services that the company sells, because then that can be used for, as a link, but also to generate traffic, but then can also be monetized. These are all things that just, things that can be done if you have a client that has SEO, budget, the excess budget, and why not build assets that will support their business that can also be monetized, right? I mean, it's crazy, because here's an example, guys. I've got over 600 local blogs now built, and we're approaching 700 actually. And a lot of those local blogs, not all of them, but some of them actually get a significant amount of traffic. And I've not done any, because my monetization method is I'm selling geographic links. But at some point, I can also add more revenue, squeeze more revenue out of these by just going in and identifying the blogs that are actually generating real local traffic. Some of them do. I mean, there's a significant number of them actually do, because they're hyper optimized for local search, like local terms. So they get local traffic. And so, monetizing those types of blogs with ads, if they're getting a lot of local traffic, couldn't you contact other businesses in that area and sell advertising space direct on there, right? Of course you could. You could sell, guest posts and featured posts that you pin to the homepage, for example. So there's all kinds of stuff. You can create social media accounts to support, have like a Facebook page, just as an example, that's associated with like a local blog. So now you have kind of two kind of assets that you're acting as a media company, really. But its original intent was to support one of your local business clients, right? But now it becomes its own thing that can be literally monetized in multiple ways. So that's just one example of things that you could do. You could do it with topical blogs as opposed to local blogs, and then try to become a topical authority on something, even an obscure part of a local business product or service. If you think about it, you could create something that becomes an authority on something that's even obscure, and that could generate traffic, right? And so that could be something that you could monetize as well. So there's just, I don't know, I think the sky's the limit. You're only limited to your imagination as to what to do. If you've got a client that actually has extra money that you have to spend, I think there's all kinds of stuff you could do with it. Great question. Interesting question.